But I'm going to now pass you over to British Tamils Forum's General Secretary, Ravi Kumar, who's going to be speaking to us about the traditional relationship between India and Ula Tamils.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Vanakkam Annamalai. On behalf of the British Tamil Forum and all the Tamil people gathered here, we are delighted to welcome our brother K Annamalai to the British Parliament. K Annamalai is the President of Tamil Nadu State BJP, the ruling party of India. From our interactions with Annamalai, we have found him to be an energetic leader, a straight shooter, and go-getter, coming from a background of Indian Police Service IPS. We, the Tamil people, also known as Tamilar or Tamils, trace our ancestry to India's southern state of Tamil Nadu, the Union Territory of Puducherry, and to Sri Lanka. Tamils constitute 5.9% of the population of India, concentrated mainly in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, 14% in Sri Lanka, 7% in Malaysia, and 5% in Singapore. From the Sangam period, the Tamil classical period, which is believed to be around 300 before Christ, the current country to Sri Lanka was known as Ulam, and the people inhabiting that as Ulam Tamil. The Tamils in southern India and Ulam are one and the same people who are brothers and sisters from the same mother, but separated physically by Fox Street and narrow sea, and politically by the national borders of India and Sri Lanka. Before colonial periods, for hundreds of years, the Tamils inhabiting both shores of Fox Strait had been one people, mostly living under same kingdoms. The political, economic, cultural, and people-to-people contacts have withstood the test of colonial and subsequent periods. In her introduction, our moderator, Councillor Sharmila, has mentioned the contrasting features of the state-making of India and Sri Lanka from the time of independence. If only Sri Lanka has followed the example of India in formulating and implementing an equitable model of governance to accommodate all its constituent people, it would not have been a country of bankrupt economy and a well-known human rights offender. From the time of independence, the successive governments of Sri Lanka tried to create a mono-ethnic, monolingual, mono-religious state by articulating singularization and Buddhistization, giving rise to ethno-religious fundamentalism. The state has perpetuated cycles of violence to marginalize the Tamil people by destroying their dwellings, businesses, schools, religious places, and places of cultural importance. In addition, many discriminatory laws were made and implemented to make people stateless, deny their land rights, and deprive educational and employment opportunities. Thousands of people were killed due to the periodic government-sponsored pogroms. Untold sufferings imparted on the Tamil people pushed them to struggle for their inherent rights in a democratic way for the first 35 years of independence. When the Tamil leaders tried to negotiate in good faith, all those years they were deceived. Later, due to intolerant hardships and utter frustration, the Tamil people were pushed towards defensive armed rebellion. During the civil war, lasting nearly 25 years, the state has devastated the Tamil people by killing hundreds of thousands of civilians, destroying billions of dollars worth of properties and infrastructure in the northeast of Sri Lanka. UN Human Rights Council has already determined that the government of Sri Lanka has committed war crimes and crimes against humanity. In 2021, the Human Rights Council mandated through Resolution 46/1 the creation of a new mechanism on Sri Lanka called the Sri Lanka Accountability Project SLAP, thus authorizing the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights to gather evidence on abuses of human rights and related crimes in Sri Lanka. Since there is no specific period mentioned for this project for the very first time, it is our understanding that if enough resources are given, it could look at all the human rights violations by the state from the time of independence. We strongly believe that either through the above mechanism or if an independent international criminal justice mechanism is formulated, then the Sri Lankan state would be found guilty of genocide against Tamils. Even today, the Sri Lankan government continues its structural genocide policies to grab lands of the Tamil people, destroy their places of worship, disrupt economic activities by militarization, and continue to block rehabilitation, resettlement, and reconstruction of the northeastern provinces. We note with deep gratitude that after the end of civil war in 2009, the government of India has spent millions of dollars to address the basic humanitarian needs of the people in the war-torn north and east provinces and the Malayalam upcountry or central area where plantation Tamils live. These projects include building thousands of new houses, building or renovating places of worship, building new roadways, railways, port, and an airport. India has also donated a new cultural center to the people of Jaffna that is close to the Jaffna Library, which was once the biggest in South Asia and was burned down by the government of Sri Lanka in 1981 with its contents of over 96,000 manuscripts and books. The government of India has consistently called the government of Sri Lanka to address the legitimate aspirations of the Tamil people for equality, justice, peace, and dignity, including by carrying forward the process of reconciliation. Prime Minister of India, Mr. Honorable Sri Narendra Modi ji, during his visit to Sri Lanka, addressed the Parliament of Sri Lanka on the 13th of March 2015 and called for a cooperative federalism model as the long-term solution to the Tamil ethnic issue. In his speech, he said the following, in quotes, "When we accommodate the aspirations of all sections of our society, the nation goes the strength of every individual. The nation gets the strength of every individual. And when we empower states, districts, and villages, we make our country stronger and stronger. You can call this my bias. I have been a chief minister for 13 years, a prime minister for less than a year. Today, my top priority is to make the states in India stronger. And I am a firm believer in cooperative federalism. So we are devolving more power and more resources to the states, and we are making them formal partners in national decision-making processes." End quote. Our special guest today, Annamalai, is aware of all this historic and has a profound understanding of these issues and concerns of the Tamil people, having visited the north and east provinces and Malayalam twice recently. We are indebted to him and the government of India for taking all the positive and productive steps to assist and empower the Tamil people. The British Tamil Forum believes that since the government of Sri Lanka has consistently shown its disregard to the international norms and non-compliance to the UN Human Rights Council resolutions, it is time that the government of Sri Lanka, government of India and United Kingdom, in association with United States, take the initiative to address the legitimate aspirations of the Tamil people for justice, equality, peace and dignity, including a negotiated long-term political solution. At this juncture, on behalf of British Tamil diaspora, we wish to make the following requests. On accountability for the atrocious crimes committed against Tamil people need to be the front and center of any initiative taken about Sri Lanka. Even after 14 years, the mothers, wives and children are looking for their son, daughter, husband, father or mother without knowing the fate of them. We believe a victim-centric justice is of paramount importance, and an international independent criminal justice mechanism needs to be set up to serve justice and to ensure non-recurrence. On interim measures, we believe that the north and east provinces were never developed by the Sri Lankan government from 1948 and currently are severely devastated by the civil war. To rehabilitate the people and to rebuild the infrastructure, an interim government should be established, elected by the local representatives with sufficient legal, financial and executive powers to be set up immediately. the 13th Amendment and to the constitutional issues, the Indo-Lanka Accord of 1987 envisaged a regional autonomy or quasi-federal model akin to what is found in Indian Union as the panacea to the ethnic conflict in Sri Lanka. The intent and purpose of that model was very much diluted in the resultant 13th Amendment to the Sri Lankan Constitution and the subsequent provincial councils. Even the MEIVELI powers in the bill were never devolved fully to the provincial council, and over the years, even those devolved powers were taken back. The executive powers are not devolved to the elected council, but to the governor appointed by the president. There are no financial powers available to the council as well as, and there is no scope to get foreign direct investment. As the model will not be fit for purpose in the current era, this needs to be modified in a systematic manner. As requested by all the elected representatives belonging to the Tamil national parties in the northeast of Sri Lanka, a long-term political solution based on the federal principles need to be formulated and implemented within a specified time frame under the arbitration of the governments of India, United Kingdom, and the United States. Economic integration of Tamil Nadu, Tamils in the northeast, and Malayalam need to happen at an accelerated pace. The current connectivity projects need to be enhanced by developing Jaffna Airport as a true international airport, especially by connecting to air services from Middle East, Far East, and European destinations. Also, priority needs to be given in developing ferry services between Chennai, Karaikal, and Kangashapuram. A land bridge needs to be developed between Talamanna and Thanuskodi, linking both Sri Lanka and India. As conclusion, we want to reiterate that by recalling the historic address that His Excellency the Prime Minister Narendra Modi made in 2015 in the Parliament of Sri Lanka, that the island would need a cooperative federalism system and look forward to receiving India's enduring support to establish a permanent political solution for the Tamil people in the island to live with dignity and peace and prosperity with the right to self-determination. Thank you very much.